Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video I'm going to take a look at the Lego Marvel Rocket Mech Armor. This is set number 76243. It has 98 pieces and I paid $15 for this. Now, this set released at the same time as the Hulk Mech Armor and the Thanos Mech Armor, which I've already done videos on. And I was sort of so about getting this one because it had the fewest amount of pieces, and the other two I got on sale, and this one I did not get on sale. But I made kind of a snap decision to get this on my way home from watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and it compelled me to want to take a look at this set. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put it together, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on it. While I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this Rocket Mech Armor set. So, until then, enjoy! Okay, so that is this Lego Marvel Rocket Mech Armor. This is okay. I think I was right to be a little bit hesitant about picking this one up after I did the Thanos and Hulk ones. This one is a little disappointing and does feel worse at $15 because of it. It's less than 100 pieces. There are some parts of this that are good and kind of fit the character a little bit. I like the color scheme, but this does leave some things to be desired, and I do have some issues with it, and there are things that I like, so I'm going to take some time to talk about it. First thing I will show is the minifigure, and here we have the Rocket minifigure, and this is pretty good. So I didn't have this print for their torso. I have Rocket from Baby Rocket's ship, which is in the new event, or the new Guardians jumpsuits that are all kind of the same, which bummed me out from the new Guardian ship because all of the Guardians were in the same outfit, and the Baby Rocket ship Rocket has that outfit as well. So this is a new torso for me. It's a fine print. I like the head design, of course, and I like the goggles printed on there. The back is pretty good. I like that. Rocket is on legs that do not bend, so, and nothing special about the legs, no printing on the arm. There's really not much of a midsection for a figure like this. Rocket does have an accessory here, a weapon of some sorts that's a little bit hastily configured together, I think, as would be the case for Rocket occasionally, and I like that. But it's also interesting because the Hulk and the Thanos one, like, those minifigures didn't really come with accessories. Any like accessory type thing is sort of maybe at the mech scale, so this was interesting. And I don't really know if there's a place to put this while Rocket is in the mech. So that was a little interesting to me that was included. But either way, nice that it's here, and the build is fine, just a couple pieces. So this is a alright minifigure. And now we can take a look at the mech armor itself. And I like the colors on this a lot. It is thin. It is a lot smaller than either the Thanos or the Hulk one. And I understand, like, well, Hulk and Thanos are bigger characters. Rocket's relatively small, so they would need at the very least, a bigger compartment to fit all of them. But again, I come back to, like, the logic of this. There's no reason that mechs couldn't, like, Rocket could have a super bulky, beefed up mech, you know, feasibly, and the Hulk and Thanos, like, they could have mechs that don't necessarily mesh with their the character that's piloting it, so whatever, but that's fine. But what that means is these legs are very, very basic, nothing on the inside here, barely anything on the outside, but good color. And the feet are only one stud wide. I don't really like these kind of feet. These are similar to the ones that were on the Ghost Rider mech, and I just really prefer, even on like a thinner, smaller character's mech, I would prefer to be at least 2 studs wide here. Minor complaint, but it just adds stability in my opinion, and I think it looks better too. There's something about the feet being as wide as the legs here that just feels weird because they're both so thin, and I would have liked that to be a little different, but that's okay. I'm gonna get the brown ingot here and whatever. This arm uses the kind of, I would say normal mech finger pieces there on some brown, and one of these, I forgot what those are called, but they're used for rocks and landscape and different stuff. So there's black and brown and orange in here. This is a print. Both the Thanos and the Hulk mechs also came with a print there, and that one's well done. And then this arm does not have a hand. It has this special kind of, oh, maybe there is this where you're supposed to put Rocket's thing? That could be, and I just didn't see that. Okay. I can buy that. That makes sense. That's actually pretty good then. I forgot that was there. So cool, actually. That is nice, if that's what it's supposed to be, which, why not? Because I don't know if it has anything else. But anyway, it has this stud shooter, which is like the barrel 6 type of stud shooter. It's not a stud shooter that I see very often, but I believe I just picked up another set that uses the same kind. So studs get loaded in here, and you can get 6 of them. This one will not shoot tiles. It'll only shoot studs. You put them in there upside down. Oh, that's at a spot where the mechanism was to launch them. So you can put 6 in here, and then you rotate this to make them all pop off. And I don't want them to go everywhere, so I'm just trying to get them off in my hand. But essentially you rotate that and they shoot off. It works well, so that's good, and it fits with Rocket's character a little bit. So 6 can fit in here. You do get 12 total, which is nice. At the back, we have these kind of thrusters here, which I think is cool. That's also different than the Thanos or Hulk mech. They didn't really have something like that at the back. Nice use of like a fender type piece here for the back there as well. And I really like these. Get some silver, get some translucent. And then we have an old or like original style kind of evergreen or fern or something. This is a plant piece or foliage piece. It's been used in some botanical sets, and I have some of these going back to the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s, but this is supposed to represent Rocket's tail, which again, cool, but there's not a ton of reason that the mech needs to have a tail, and the minifigure does not come with a tail for this version of Rocket. So maybe they thought because the minifigure doesn't, we'll put one on here. But it's a nice bushy tail. It's a good use of the piece, and maybe that'll be something to include in other mechs if they ever do them. I would like there to be like something about this tail that fits in, more with the general mech of it all. Like maybe there's an extra function of the tail, or there's some reason it's there other than just aesthetics, and to look like the character that's piloting this. But as is, it's there. It's fine. Not too bad. And we can take a look at what it looks like when Rocket's in here. Rocket stands up in here. He does not sit. Hulk and Thanos both sit in theirs, but Rocket is a shorty. And we go like that, and Rocket can pilot this, and looks pretty cool, actually. I think it looks really, really nice. And maybe because Rocket is small, this does feel good. Like when I'm looking at this with him in it, it doesn't feel too bad, but I still think would have liked something a little more robust here. Of course, we can rotate at the hips, ball joints at the hips as well there, nothing in the knees, ball joints on the feet, a little bit there, ball joint at the arm, no wrist for any of these. These fingers can be articulated, and this arm has the rotating gun there. So not too bad. I will just quick show this in comparison to the other two that released with it. So we have Thanos, and we have Hulk. And so, Hulk's legs uses 2 of those pieces, so that's already wide, and then it has other stuff going on. Thanos has stuff on the inside and on the outside, and more bulkiness up front. And Rocket's is relatively slim, relatively small. Same for the arms. There's just not as much going on here. Definitely feels like less pieces. It is. And the visual of it, I guess, looks kind of okay in comparison, but I don't know. Something feels weird. I should look at all these next to the Ghost Rider one, or some of the Ninjago ones. But, the 3 of these could be played together really, really nicely. I think it'd be cool if they did mech with the new mech versions of Marvel characters, like 2-in-1s, and maybe get them at $20 or $25. $30 depending on the size and what characters for 2 mechs. If they're really, really good, that wouldn't even be that bad either. So I think that would be really cool, and it does add some playability to them. But even as is, these are pretty cool, and I think Rocket's accessory here on the mech is pretty cool compared to the other ones. I mean, Thanos just has that big blade, and Hulk just has like a rebar or part of a building. So, this is interesting. I also think the fingers here for Rocket, it's another thing where these fingers work really good for Rocket. They remind me of raccoon claws or fingers in some way, and for other characters I don't like these fingers as much, but for here it works pretty darn good. So not a ton to it, some good differences, interesting part usage here. Minifigures all right. This is cool, and it works, which is great. I wouldn't want to use it too much because I'll lose all the pieces, but even just as a visual thing, I think it looks cool. I think it looks cool and fits Rocket. I'll show the extra pieces here. So as I said, you do get 12 of these transparent blue or purple, I don't know, studs. So 6 can be loaded in, and you'd have 6 extra. And that's nice that they give you a bunch of those. And then actually the rest of the extra pieces, I separated one of these out because you get like 12 of those, but they give you 13, so one's in the extra pieces, and then just a slope, a tile, and a Technic pin, and a hilt type thing, and a clip little arm. That's it. So this does have some smaller pieces than some of the other ones, partially because of the 6-shooter stud shooter and the feet used smaller pieces. This is okay. I don't love it for $15. And I think the other ones were like okay at 12. At 12, this would be better. I think 15 is a little steep. But and out of all three of them, I think this one's kind of the worst of value, but it is a good character and there are good things about it. So I'm happy I got to build it and happy to have this. And after seeing the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, this has even more kind of value for me, not for any spoiler reason or for anything like that, but there's just something about Rocket that hit me after that movie, and I wanted to pick this up, so I thought it was as good an opportunity as any. So yeah, this is all right. It's overpriced. There's not a lot here. If I was going to choose between one of the three of them, of these Marvel mechs, and the character that's in there didn't matter as much to me. Like, if I'm picking one of these out of three, and I'm not someone who's like, well, I like Rocket Mech way more than this character or this character. If I'm doing it based off of just what's in the set and everything, I think both Hulk and Thanos are better. I don't know which one I would like better between the two of those. I like the Hulk's hands, but I like all the gold with Thanos, but I didn't really like the Infinity Gauntlet. But, you know, it's a mixed thing, but this would probably be my last choice out of the three of them, especially paying $15 for it. But I'm still happy to have this, happy to get this figure, and it was fun building it, and it was fun talking about it. So if you like this video, consider giving it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, consider subscribing so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I will be doing in the future, including probably more mechs, more LEGO Marvel, and a bunch more LEGO from other themes, other lines, other sizes, different prices, and a bunch of other stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming LEGO videos. And until next time, thanks. Bye.